You're listening to Breakfast with Pablo.
And we got the latest Big Brother housemate evicted from the show last night. It is Ed. Ed, good morning.
G'day, mate. How are you?
Very good, thank you. Now, I've been pretty good at predicting who gets evicted week after week, but I didn't see you leaving last night. I imagine Jade being evicted. Did you feel like you were going home last night?
Oh, I think at this stage in the game, no one thinks that they are safe, and that was definitely the case for me yesterday. It might be a bit of a defence mechanism, but you sort of talk yourself into saying you're going home. I think that might be to make it easier when it happens, and that was where I was at last night. I did think I was going home, up against very stiff competition, Tim, Drew and Jade. They've obviously got a lot of fans out there. They've got this far, and I spent 94 days in the Big Brother house. I'm very proud of that.
Yeah, you had a great journey during the house, and as you mentioned, 94 days in there. So many changes as well. You went in there single, you got a girlfriend, you grew a bit of stubble, there was the halfway house, and then last night you were quite emotional when you left. How did you find your whole Big Brother experience?
Yeah, it's so tough to sum up in a few words because it is such a unique experience, and I always feel as if I'll never do it justice because I was a viewer last year and had some preconceived ideas as to what to expect, but they were absolutely blown out of the water just by living in the Big Brother house. It's so unbelievable, and what you experience is something that's so hard to explain unless you're there. And for me, it was so much of a point in time when I could critique what's important to me in my life and find out a lot about myself. And I'm so proud of the fact that I was able to do that, obviously with the housemates there, but also in front of Australia. So, it's such a huge, unbelievable, unexpected experience.
Now, I've noticed that you struggle to say something, Ed, and I did as well, so don't get me wrong. Yeah, I struggled to say it when I first got together with my girlfriend. It's a very tough word.
Yes.
But if you want to repeat after me, I think I can help you out. If you just say, I love you. Can you say that, Ed?
Is this just directed to you?
Yeah, just...
I could say I love you, but that's just directed to you. But it's, as you know, it is something that is, look, I've always been of the thought, and my mum always told me not to only say that word when you mean it, and it's not something that I take lightly. And for Jade, obviously Jade said the L word to me, but I'm so proud and so humbled by the fact that Jade felt comfortable enough with me to have those emotions, to be able to share that with me. So Jade's someone that I care deeply about, but the last thing I'd ever want to do is hurt Jade. And at that point in time, I wasn't able to reciprocate that. But obviously, I care a lot for Jade, and we had a chat about it, and she understands where I'm coming from. So I'm looking forward to further conversation next week.
You've definitely put your politician hat on there, Ed, and I'm going to be at the eviction show on Monday night, so if you can,
I will be there too.
If you can practice saying that over the weekend, not to anyone else though, just in the mirror, and I'm going to follow up with you on Monday, see if you can say that little L word.
Come grab me and we'll have a chat.
Now, it's been one of the huge talking points this year, obviously, in the house, you had a great relationship with Jade as well, but I want to ask you a little bit of a tip, because I'm not the most romantic boyfriend in the world, Ed. But the other night you cut up a plastic bag into flowers.
Yep.
She was pretty impressed. But other than using garbage bags, do you have any romantic tips for me?
Oh, romantic tips. Now, it's been a while since I have had a girlfriend, but one thing that I used to do is I found out what my girlfriend loved, and my ex-girlfriend loved flowers, so I would surprise her with flowers every now and again. So that's one thing that I would always do, find out what they love in life and try to surprise them with that.
Real flowers or plastic bags?
Real flowers, not plastic bags. They were real flowers once upon a time. But look, in the Big Brother house, you have to become very creative, and I did ask Big Brother if he could help me out, but he wasn't willing to, so plastic bags it was, but it wasn't about the flowers. It's more about the sentimentality with it all.
Definitely. You also gave Jade a rock, so you're quite the romantic.
Oh, God, you forget everything that's happened. I just remembered that. Yeah, I did too. I've given her a rock and plastic bag.
Now, speaking about relationships, Matt and yourself were pretty against the Tully and Drew relationship in the house while she had a girlfriend on the outside. Were you surprised to find out everything about Tully being single now that you've left Big Brother?
To be honest, no. I thought today would break up. Obviously, in Big Brother house, if you come in there with a partner, I think you should stay loyal to it. If you're questioning it, probably the wrong time to question it if you're coming into such a public environment. So not surprised at all that didn't work out. But look, I'll look forward to having a chat with Tully. I've already been on the phone texting Tully, but we'll chat with her today and find out more about how that all went down.
Now, you and Tim, you battled it out for a lot of the show, and sometimes it was seen as you were the good guy, he was the sort of evil guy.
Yep.
What was it about Tim that irritated you so much?
I guess Tim and I are polar opposites in the sense of our fundamentals in life. I find it hard to believe that people don't understand the basic things that I grew up with, such as respect, manners, and loyalty or friendships even. Tim just didn't get that, and that's who he is. And I guess that's the beauty, though, of Big Brother. The best thing about Big Brother is we are all different personalities. We come from such different and diverse backgrounds, and we're such a representation of the Australian population. So that's why I think it was so entertaining that Tim and I were completely different.
And last night when you got evicted, they played a bit of a montage about you talking about cards.
Oh, I know, that was pretty embarrassing. There's a few embarrassing things of mine. Yeah, a few montages of me, actually.
That was one of your favourite sayings in the house.
Oh, see, I didn't even realise that until that's been put in the montage. But yeah, I guess I said it, so I've got to own it.
Do you think that in Big Brother, though, because I think a lot of the housemates do this as well, everyone seems to overthink and overanalyse every single thing?
100%, definitely. But I guess I will always stand by exactly what I've thought or felt or said in the moment of Big Brother, because all I can go off is my perception and my viewpoint. But the beauty of being a viewer is you have a viewpoint of 17 housemates at one point in time, but I can only depict things as I see them. So I always stand by everything I've said because people have given me reasons to think the way I think. And once again, I think that's the best and most entertaining side of Big Brother, is that people are overanalyzing things, and anything they see, they think it could mean one thing when it may mean the exact opposite. Yeah,
now, as you mentioned that, from the viewer's point of view, I never really thought that Tim's group was excluding you guys, but you guys obviously felt that in the house. Was that a hard 2 weeks in the house being divided like that?
Yeah, look, I guess the reason why those groups and being divided was, I guess Tim and I have been playing on opposite ends or different pages for the majority of the series, and through especially probably I always saw as a follower and would always do what Tim said, and I just purely think that was to get further in the game. I think that people were very aware of what Tim did, and Tim is willing to throw who he perceives as friends under the bus, and I wasn't willing to stand by and pretend to be something I'm not. I wasn't willing to oversee things he did in the house because I didn't agree with them.
Now, do you think that is going to get him further in the house, and do you think that Tim is going to win Big Brother this year?
I don't think Tim's going to win Big Brother this year. I think Tahan's going to win Big Brother this year. I think Tim will be there to the end, but yeah, like I said, I think Tahan will take it out this year.
Ed, thanks so much for joining us on the show. I know that you had that sort of mini breakup talk with Jade at the start of the season, and I think your next logical step in career is to write sort of a boyfriend guide book for everyone out there, because I think there's some great wisdom that you could show and share with
well, if you can proofread it, maybe I'll just do that and then we'll publish it together.
Ed, thanks so much for joining us on the line this morning.
Cheers. Thanks for having us.
Classic Gold, today's hits. Spirit.